good evening. This is the first time we've streamed on a weekend in a while, I believe. This is probably not going to be as long as yesterday's, we'll just try to make some decent progress. At the end of the last stream, we stopped on 59 jiggies. We were one short of 60, but I could not be bothered anymore. I was very tired and about to die. And also, the next jiggy on the list was one which I am terrible at, so it'll be good to get that out the way first. I have played around with the sound settings a little bit since the last time, so do let me know if the balance is awkward. My drink is prepared. Everything else seems to be prepared. If nothing is horribly broken, we'll start in a second. I did make a couple of code changes yesterday, actually, to the bot in an attempt to fix the uptime thing, so I guess I'll give that a try now and see what happens before we begin. And then that way, I'll have the log on hand ready to fix that for next time. We will get there eventually. It's pretty awkward to test because I have to actually be streaming to do so. I appear to have fixed it. Hooray. Anyways. I think we're about ready to get started. Here we go. So we're about to enter the cable room and do the horrendous timing challenge. Which I'm not looking forward to. Oops. Already pressing the wrong button, that's an excellent start. I know full well that thing down there's a Minjo. Make sure our states are working. I might need them here because I am absolutely god-awful at this. It does help to have the right eggs equipped. Greetings. How are we doing today? I may be silent and or ignorant for a while. Screwed that one up. That really does not bode well for later when they're right next to each other. Slightly late again there. I'm trying to judge the alignment based on the lights at the top. Because that is pretty much the only way I can do this without just being terrible and having to restart like a million times. Many save states. Not that I expect to load from them. I have dropped exactly 0 frames, so I guess it's on your end. I guess we had to fail it at least once. I'm fine with that, but in the interests of time, we may begin abusing after the first press of this button. Fortunately, you don't need to do all the earlier steps again, so it's not too bad. Whoops. So slightly later than that. As I mentioned, I am absolutely terrible at this, and I was not exaggerating. Also, I forgot to press the button. We're off to an excellent start. Will this be a 0 GB stream? Will we spend 3 hours? Whoops. 3 hours attempting to shoot a single barrel? The there's like 3 of them, and I'm pretty sure you need to get them all in one go as well. My timing is just atrocious here. I seem to keep doing that. We will get there. Eventually. I just remembered that it was too early. Like my brain just then was like, "Hey, I keep shooting too late. Let's change that." And then it was the other way around every time. I don't really have any words for this other than I apologize sincerely. Yeah, I was genuinely very impressed with how quickly you did this. It went surprisingly well. I was quite shocked, actually. I was like, whoa, that's so good. That time I got the one on the opposite side. And even with the double air, I'm like, almost dying instantly. In the interests of not wasting everyone's life, we may just start cheesing this. Okay, now we're kinda getting somewhere. I've got it speeds up. Nope. We're doing the scumbag. Oh right, of course. I forgot that you don't need to shoot all of the ones in the last stage, it's just randomly in one. If I'd remembered that, I probably wouldn't have cheated with the save states. Anyway, nobody saw that, it's fine. That was absolutely first try, without fail. And nobody on YouTube can prove otherwise. Let's see. So we still need to do all of the washing machine stuff. I guess we should do that now, because then we can finish the washing machine section with... Well, actually, what should we do? Yeah, okay, so we'll go to Mumbo. Because then we could start the washing machine section with the electromagnet, which makes the most sense. Because once he's pressed that, wow, talking. Once that's been pressed as the washing machine, there are no more timers. So we'll do that first. And then there's 3 jiggies still missing. The one we've just made appear, that's number 6, and then the boss number 7. And the rabbits are number 8, and the last 2 we can't get yet. So we're actually pretty close to being done here for the time being. I kinda wish I'd done those barrels at the end of the last stream just to get them out of the way, honestly. Would have been more convenient of an excuse to say I was really tired than, hey, I'm just starting a stream and I'm wide awake, but I'm failing anyway. Because I'm inept. Let's emp this magnet. Unfortunately, the magnet seems to be malfunctioning. Without any intervention from you whatsoever. This is pretty involved as far as single jiggies go. Having to switch from banjo to mumbo to banjo to the washing machine and back again. This would be quite hellish if we didn't have the warp pads. I did prepare those earlier. I like how the grunty timer is just a grunty head instead of an hourglass in Tooie. It amuses me. It's not something I've ever heard of, but it wouldn't surprise me. And if it doesn't, we can make it exist. I'll race you. What the hell am I doing? I started reading the chat and then I was like, instantly not paying attention. Good stream so far. Definitely want to give it to Humber. This one would be pretty annoying. I'm not sure which one you're referring to in Clark Cuckoo-Lander, though navigating would certainly be a pain in the arse. Plenty of time left. And now we can fight the boss, if we so choose. Now let's just go around and do the rest of the washing machine stuff. Pretty much everything we need for that should have already been opened. Got one guy here. This is a very squeaky, creaky washing machine. This one's well out of the way. All he needs to do is step out from under this tree and then the raid will clean his overalls anyway, right? Let's see. Time to go to the old service elevator. I don't really mind the noise, but I guess that's because I've gotten used to it after so many playthroughs. On the other hand, its attack is really, really bad, and for that reason I'm not a huge fan of it. It is interesting to play as, though. Even if it doesn't have much to offer. It's quite similar to the money van. In terms of making a noise and not really doing much. But the money van was invincible, so it's got that going for it. Although this thing's attack isn't required for anything. So that's floor 1 and 2 done with the washing machine, including outside. Let's check out the rest of the floors with it real quick. There's a couple of places we needed to get into. Starting with this one. Probably not going to achieve much cleaning this guy's overalls if he's standing on a mountain of coal. Nothing else in here, is there? No. So now, floor 4 and then 5. 5 has one of the rabbits on it. Floor 4, I think the only thing of interest on there is the opposite side of that quality control room where we shot that barrel first try. We should definitely plan ahead for that and get a B emote ready. No question. There we go. This level is well designed though. Doesn't follow up on that whatsoever. There's a shock jump pad in the corner there because you can get this with Kazooie alone if you just glide over instead if you want to come back later after Hailfire peaks. Multiple solutions to a lot of problems. I think I enjoyed the washing machine as a kid just because it was fun to be able to use the service elevator after being denied. Honestly, the alarm from these tin tops makes me think of nothing but Trevelyan has activated the antenna control console, realignment in progress, whatever, blah blah. Right, that's all we can do with the washing machine. Now we just need to beat Weldar, and then we're good here for now. Doesn't even really fit in the door there. I like how the wigwam is randomly metallic. Let's go and fight the boss and redeem ourselves from our earlier terrible performance. And then that should get us the last Jiggy and Cheeto page that we need. Here we are at the repair depot. This is where pots are transformed into things that are no longer pots. extremely large toilet cleaner. Good old visually impaired welding torches. And then after that intro, he's just like not particularly threatening, especially not personality-wise. Apparently fire eggs work here too, but I've never really tried with them, given that it offers you grenades around the edge. I have not verified that's actually true. This is an excellent boss theme though. And now we repeat, but with electrified flooring, and immediately take damage. I'm doing well at this. I'm doing well dar at this, in fact. I hate these thin ones because they manage to dodge the peg attack, just by being so small. Dear me, how many is that? Like 4 in a row? Never you're done chasing me. He's quite fast now. He wasn't when he came in, but when he's bouncing around after you. Best in the world, oh my god. I'm not a fan of these. The only boss whose reward is a shock jump pad rather than a jiggy. Or a scumbag. Full up on eggs again. Time for pretty much the longest ladder in the game. Lovely weather we're having. Let's not fall off again. The shadow not appearing on this threw me off for a second there. Now we just need 2 of the pages from Hailfire Peaks, and we'll have our honeyback cheat, which we probably don't want to activate until we've finished with that stage, to avoid snowball problems. If our health is regenning continuously, then getting back inside the wigwam can be challenging. Don't think we can do anything in here yet, but I'm going to have a quick look, just to remind myself to come back here later. So I think we're done here for now. Double check. Yep. 1 hour 12 with 2 jiggies to go. Right, what moves did we learn here? In fact, I think yesterday we already left this place after getting its moves, so there's not really anything new we can collect right now. We can just move straight on to Hailfire. After that, we should be able to round up most of what's left in the game. Let's just go ahead and do that now. That was fun. Definitely one of the most fun levels, Grunty Industries. When it's not torturing you with its endless maze of corridors. Actually, while we're here, we can get the shock jump disc up here for later. Excuse me. I like how the digger has left a big circle of tracks around there before going up the wall. Like a roundabout or something. Yeah, I think several of the stages here take a good couple of playthroughs before you can get your head around them completely. Yes, I do. No harm in getting this done now. Boop. Not boop. Boop. This place has got lots of interesting colours. Repeatedly picking up the wrong piece. And now it just gives us nothing but sky to make it as hard as possible. Like all 3 of these pieces right now look pretty much exactly the same. But we still have plenty of time left. I'm very keen to get Glide and Shack Pack from Hailfire Peaks. After that we'll be able to do a lot more stuff. And at that point the backtracking pretty much ends. If we wanted to exploit some moves, we could even go and do the first half of Cauldron Keep now. Maybe we'll do it after Hellfire Peaks. Similar to how I did with Banjo-Kazooie, where we did the quiz before Click Lockwood. For no real reason other than we could. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, it just kind of happened. So moving on. To Hailfire Peaks. All of the prerequisites should have already been completed for all of the jiggies, such as freeing Gobi and helping out the aliens in Jolly Roger's Lagoon and whatnot. Wait, I know what I haven't done yet. There's a Jinjo over here. Now that we have these. So let's grab that real quick. Get out the way. well for Jinjos. Let's see what we're dealing with here. He certainly did take his sweet time getting to the lava world. Of course, he chooses the train station. Okay then. Let's just go left and see where we end up. These are not really any different to the various choppers from Banjo-Kazooie. Definitely gonna get the boss over and done with on this side as soon as we can, so that we can explore in peace. Let's press this real quick though, since it's right here. Of course, even having access to this flypad makes the entire fiery side a lot easier to navigate. At the very least, you can use it to get to the other warp pad and such. But yeah, let's go and get that guy to shut the hell up. Or not. Slight miscalculation. We're doing him first, which makes him the easier one of the two by default. This isn't massively difficult, but it can be a bit awkward to get hit while you're jumping over one of the gaps at the side. Talking. I like how we ended Frontier Industries with the boss, and kind of opening this level with it. Some variety going on. And our reward is absolutely nothing. Other than getting to explore the fiery side in peace, rather than pieces. Gonna be honest, I have no idea what to do first, so let's start by activating this warp pad. And there's a few things over here we can do briefly, like missing some notes, for example. Get pecked and wrecked. quite make that. Screw waiting around for these guys. I'm pretty sure we need Banjo and Lee to go over here because I think Shackback is around this corner, or is that down there? Maybe, no, I think it's down there actually. Well, whatever, we'll do both. So being up here as Banjo does nothing for me, but being down here is good. Those little statues just have to exist. Right after I've been talking about how we get to explore in peace because we've beat the dragon, and then they're just like, nope. Glad we have that now. Where do we go with it first? I could just suicidally jump off. It's going to be a lot of getting wrecked, I think. That is not the pool I wanted, in fact. Let's go to the other one. We can try out our new move here. Oh, sweet. Right, I think that's all we can do with Banjo alone at this exact moment in time. So let's rejoin. Okay, let's walk back down and go the other way this time. There's a few notes in here. Climbing up here doesn't do anything for me though, I don't think. Yep, there's not that many families left now, I don't think. We must have done at least half of them by now. So that just brings me back up here, which we don't really care about. Didn't mean to fall all the way, I must admit. I think I know where this brings us out, and I don't think it's any use to us, but we're about to find out. Yeah. Well, let's go in anyway. I think I know this level even less than I know Grunty Industries these days. There's a thing we can grab in here. Although we haven't opened it yet, unfortunately. Still take this. Or not. Not also works. Come on, jump like a professional. Banjo and Kazooie. Work hard. Obviously he has some sort of special, like, fur or something to be able to bear it. Okay. I guess we can get all this Colosseum crap done. So much failure right now. That's just a brick wall. This is the train station switch, I think. In hindsight, probably should have done this before going into the station. I guess we'll have to go back in now and call the train so that we don't waste our time when we reach Gobi. I did make the barrier pun, yes. Today and probably previously too. But if you have something interesting to say, then by all means. Whoops. Pressed the button a bit late there. Eggs are all fine. Feels a little bit forced. Okay, now we just need to find our way in from the top so we can pound Gobi into submission. Or alternatively, politely ask him to let the train borrow some water. This is fun. Okay, so we have the Colosseum we can do. Let's just do that, I guess. That leads back to my home temple. We'll be needing that shortly. That is a 10 out of 10 headline. Oh wait, I need to press a switch first. There's a beehive here though. There's some of that money. I think that's the first time I've used one of those, like the second time. I don't think I've picked up a single random stop yet. Not sure I've even seen one. Here's that switch. Hi, banjo switch. Let's go and grab that first. I think you're expected to use the Shack Pack to get through this waterfall without taking damage, but good old Banjo-Kazooie moves from the last game will suffice. Right, what next? So much to do in here. Quickly now before we get shot. Oh right, yeah, that's just a page, of course. You can ask the ginger yourself if you desire. What would be better is if she knew the game as well as I did, so about 10 seconds before I collect it, she shouts Jinjo then, so that it syncs with the stream. Rather than the one she's watching back. But this doesn't do anything for us, because we need to be Banjo alone. Can't decide whether I want to do this first or the kickball tournament because both are annoying. I guess we'll just do this. While trying to avoid fireballs of doom and apparently missing the thing again. I cannot talk and fail at the same time, apparently. Thanks, man. I swear it's completely random as to how good they actually are. Sometimes they destroy you and sometimes they're just terrible. I swear that one curved around the side of the column just to get me. He's enabled the homing cheat. It shouldn't be allowed. Now to get Kazooie over to the flight pad. We don't have glide yet or anything. At least Kazooie's not painfully slow though. Wow. Right, so we've already been in the two holes at the top, and the third one down here was just the Cheeto page. Which means this should be the last set of doors. And then we need to go back inside and do the Coliseum kickball. These jokes are getting extreme. Next of Kinjo would be devastated. They would probably exclaim Jinjo no. That would be me. Excellent. Let's meet up. Seems like Lillian is trying hard not to laugh at that one. Been a while since we've been here, not counting coming back to enter cheats. Another thing that's interesting is that the little, like, barricade on that wall is made of bones, like the one to Pterodactyl Land, presumably to, like, fool you into thinking that it's not a completely separate stage when you're first here, given that you can open the one in the treasure chamber. Random observation. I see the bot is valiantly trying to change the subject away from these puns. So now we need to get the lowest score to win. After we're finished doing our I am harder than you walk. Let's do this. Now that they all have some points, I just need to guard my goal. Goalkeeper is fun. Whoops, let one in at the end there. That's cool. I have no words for these puns. This is essentially round one of the previous one in reverse. It would be nice if it spawned some of the balls near me for a change. It would also be nice if my aim wasn't absolute garbage. It's a little better. I'm getting lots of them fairly close to me now. No thank you. No tackles allowed. That was surprisingly close. Okay, that one was pretty good. And obviously Streets of Rage Remake has already showed us the Ninja. How did I let that one in? More importantly, why was it worth like 1,000,000 points? Damn it. That was also very close and worrying. But hey, first try. That Minjo needs to shut up. You're not fooling anyone, dude. You've changed score like 4 times now. Hopefully I didn't forget to pick up the Jiggy like I did the first time I was here. All it takes is a second of reading chat and I start failing hilariously. Surely the number of Jin jokes you can make is finite. Must be almost out of them now, right? Maybe. Right, we've done the stadium. We could fly up to the train station rather than going all the way through the icy side. And do that. And after that we'll go into the icy side proper. While we're on our way up here, we'll have a quick look around and see if there's anything else we can do right now. I've probably missed a couple of notes here and there. I'm not massively concerned about that. Oh, actually, there is one other thing I know I need to do as well. But for now, let's do this. Make a quick detour to the other side. Don't even think I actually hit him there. It did just occur to me that I still need to open the icy side train station, so probably shouldn't have jumped off there in hindsight. Whoops. This is where I wanted to be. He should definitely go be somewhere else, I agree. His usefulness isn't even a thing anymore. His limit has been exceeded, so he can go be wherever he wants now. If he serviced cars back in his homeland, it would be Gobi's valet. You could try that. To be honest, I have no idea. I only ever played the demo, so I've seen, like, the hub world and, like, one of the worlds. I suddenly stopped paying attention. There we go. I'm pretty sure I'm never playing Banjo-Tooie. Wait, what am I doing? Every time a new platform appears, I'm not even looking. It's so dumb. However, there is Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge on the Game Boy Advance, which is set between Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. It's got nothing on these two games, but it's interesting, I suppose, as far as Game Boy Advance games go. Ukulele is as close as we're ever going to get to that. I agree. I do need to finish that at some point, and I haven't started A Hat in Time yet either. Some cheese. If you want to stream Nuts and Bolts, you can be my guest. I would watch. Okay, with that done, I think we can make a start on the icy side now. I'm pretty sure it's a 360 exclusive, but admittedly I haven't checked recently. I'm gonna cross over in here because it's more interesting to do that. Does anyone in the world actually own an Xbox One, though? Really? I could get the snowball stuff out the way, there's not that much to do with it. Oh hey, it's these guys. Yeah, if you wanted the stop and swap stuff in Nuts and Bolts, you did have to buy the Xbox Live Arcade versions of Kazooie and Tooie. Splat. Well, he dead. GG. Where are we going? We get the Globo first. And then we have both. My bad. Let's just take some damage. Oh right, yeah, we should probably prioritize beating the boss, of course. Nope, too lazy for that. Really doing this, dude. Chill. Notes. I don't mind taking those. Better to collect them now than to make a note of them. There's the one we got from... No, my bad, that's the one from the train station. The one we got from Pterodactyl Land is at the other side. That's not what I intended to do. Oh, Chilly Willy. Just being a bit of a bellend. .360 emulation is atrocious. To the point of not really being a thing at all. This is a relatively easy jiggy. Alrighty. That's always good to have. Huh. Apparently that doesn't work. Alright. We could get the icicle grotto over and done with. Or we could just get rid of the boss. Let's do the icicle grotto, because that's inside anyway. Actually, let's go down here for a second. After taking some fall damage. Who just screamed at me? You're supposed to grab that one with the snowman so that you're heavy enough to withstand the strong wind. Yes, it's a very nice foot. Ouch. Said I wasn't going to fight the boss, so of course I immediately go and fight the boss. Should be plenty of health. Let's go. So he has twice the health, he moves faster, and the cannons disappear after half the shots. So using every cannon is necessary. Whoops. Somehow I screwed that one up. Also, why aren't I going up here? I literally just mentioned how you can't reuse the cannons and I'm standing there. Even though I can see full well that the cannon's not going to be coming back. I really do need to get better at this whole multitasking thing. And there we go. Bye then. He's the one who wants the drive-through McJiggies, as opposed to the big Albergers. I would probably prefer the drive-through McJiggies to a big Alberger, given his hygiene certificate. You know, that one that doesn't exist. Apparently I chose the wrong direction. I think there's some notes over here. Let's grab those and then do the icicle grotto. Enemies around here are all so rude. Should be a few interesting things to do in here. I think this hole was big enough to shack pack through, but again, Clockwork Kazooie saves the day. It's a very interesting icicle noise. He chased me further than expected, whoops. That's what I just collected. It's a mid-joke because we already have all the brown ones. But he's friendly enough to stop attacking when he can see I'm trying to do a shock jump. Even if he does then decide to continue whistling. Ah, 2 in 1. That's good value. My health's not doing fantastically. But we're about to talk to Jam Jars, so that's cool. Oh crap. I believe that's our first death. Quite a tragic one, I must say, but not entirely unexpected. In fact, I think that's our first death in the whole series, isn't it? I don't remember dying in Banjo-Kazooie, but maybe I did. Right, now there shouldn't be anything through here because I already cheesed it earlier, but I'm just going to double check anyway. Indeed. That's quite unfortunate. We'll have to keep an eye out and see if we die to anything other than falling in bottomless pits. Glide is a pretty good move. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get back over though, so I'll just warp. There we go. Because we still need the treble clef. Let's go up here. Well, I probably could have made it from that altitude, actually, but... this is safer. Whoops. The timing on initiating glide can be a little finicky sometimes. That's all the notes. Time to try and think of something to do next. So what do we need to do as a snowball? We need to press the icy side switch, and we need to activate the oil drill. I think that's it, right? So let's go and do that. Hey Kieran, how's it going? Yeah, Solo Kazooie's pretty awesome. Assuming they fix that glide timing, because it can be a little bit awkward. Alright, let's do some transformation-y stuff. Away we go as the extremely happy snowball. I don't think I need to do anything up there, actually. Just gonna awkwardly roll around. Now that we've pressed this here, we can go to the icy train station because we've already cooled the boiler. Now we just need to do the oil drill. For that, we can use this. We should have enough time to get through without taking damage. There we go. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're the only two things that we need to use the snowball for. Incidentally, the Jiggy that spawns here is counted towards the Hailfire Peaks total, even though you collect it in Grundy Industries, because it spawned in Hailfire Peaks. It's possible without the teleporters if you have honey back enabled, but other than that, you are correct. Barely even fit on the teleporter. And speaking of honeyback, this is where it would be really annoying if it was on, because I'd be trying to get small enough to enter this, and it would be restoring my health between touching the fire and then trying to get in the door. Because it only takes a few seconds, and the turning circle can be quite large if you're not careful. Alright, let's go and grab that oil drill Jiggy before we do the train station, because that's closer. Ooh, congratulations. Full marks. What was I doing again? Oh, right, yeah. I got it. Again, the trying to pay attention to something else immediately makes me lose my train of thought. At least there's a different kind of train waiting for us in a second. So when is the practical booked in for? Try to send a Clockwork Kazooie in here and he's just like, nope. Again with the puns. I was never a fan of the hazard perception. I don't know how much it's changed recently compared to the written part, or the multiple choice part. I did it back when it was still 35 questions. That was like 10 years ago now or something. And I still haven't had a single car, because months. Are we on 69 by any chance? I wasn't paying attention. Let's just use the flying pad. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let's see. This'll do. Either entrance is fine. This is just a slight detour before we come back, and then once we do come back, I guess we'll do Mumbo next. Since I'm kind of running out of stuff to do. Away we go. To the more seasonally appropriate side of the mountain. Completely isolated from everything else. That's the least convincing Banjo I've ever seen. Here we are. Maybe you should ask Crispy Bacon if you can borrow his gameplay printer, TM. Pretty sure he has one. That was nice and simple. Of course, what would be really interesting is if Stop and Swap had more going for it than just the X and the Ice Key, and if that had been left in place, and then you needed to do all of Gobi's stuff in Banjo-Kazooie to have him even appear in Witchy World. That would have been something. Yeah, if we can get like 80 out of 90 by the end of this stream, then it's probably going to be like 4 streams worth of game in total. Not too bad. We're only on an hour and a half right now, so we're probably about halfway through-ish, maybe. Today's stream. Talking. Failing. I guess we'll go and see Mumbo now. While I try and think of other stuff to do. This is one of those where we'll have to swap to him at least twice. You know what, that isn't even the quickest way. Actually, it probably is quicker, but there's a warp pad here now, so... It is telling when I would sooner warp to Humbawumba and then go through the Wigwam shortcut than just enter Mumbo's hut directly from up here. I seem to know the icy side slightly better than the fire side, but the layout of this place is still fairly complicated. Ow. Except not really, because we are foolproof. Nope, I'm pretty sure it's not. At all. I would indeed desire your help, sir. Please take my globo. Mumbo hype. I think this is the first time we've entered Wumba's Wigwam as Mumbo, so we're gonna get the cutscene. Which means we have to jump in the pool. The pool. Tool, what the hell? We have to jump in the pool for good measure. Okie dokie. Let's go and ekum-bokum some stuff. After almost sliding off. That Jinjo doll. Whoops. So we need to break the ice before Mumbo can heal the alien. But we can still go and do this one over here. There is quite a lot of helping people out here. Although it is somewhat offset by murdering the ice cubes. And murdering the Jinjos thinking they're Minjos. Except that's not really a thing, but it would be hilarious. Alright, now we need to worry about him. Let's go and do the dead alien first, so that we can not have to worry about swapping to Mumbo again. Because it's just easier that way. For me, at least. Mumbo's work never really takes very long, does it? Maybe he's just that good. Okay. We've unearthed the dead baby. Now let us go and undead the baby. And then we're done with Mumbo. By undead the baby, I of course mean revive the baby, not zombify the baby. Just went to jump on the chair, like a fool. I'm not used to having to change to Mumbo a second time, apparently. Usually try to plan out to avoid that whenever it's possible. Here we are again, back where we were like 1 minute ago. Let's try not to fall off horribly. That run's almost as good as Mrs. Poggy's. Has the power to bring dead things back to life and also spends 50% of his time with his head stuck in the floor. Okay, so now let's go and do the rest of the alien children and save Sabloon. After that, I can't think of anything else to do, so I'll check the totals once they've been completed, and we'll see where we stand. One of them's just around here where the Globo is. Not this time. Alright, we just heard this thing respawn. Alright, so we'll warm him up while we're here. And then the alien requires just Kazooie, and taking this guy home requires just Banjo, so that should work out quite nicely. Oops. Oh, I thought he was going to get me there for sure. Right, so we'll do the alien first, because that's probably slightly quicker. Once we figure out where we're going. Alright, this should be more than good enough. Probably could have just made this with a wing whack, to be honest, but best to be safe. Family saved. Ungrateful. Hell, this is still better. Indeed. Alright, so in a second Banjo's gonna take Saberman back to the entrance, so we'll wait for him there. Because I'm pretty sure after that we'll be leaving. I'm thinking ahead. Trying to be a slightly less of a moron. Minjos are undoubtedly aliens. Of the very worst kind. There we go. Elderly gentleman in the backpack. It's a good thing you can warp when you have things other than Kazooie in your backpack. If that's the case, I guess that family's getting murdered horribly in their sleep. Alrighty. Let's meet up with Kazooie and then see what we're still missing. Crap, we're missing one. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Off the top of my head. Let me have some water while I have a think about that. What have I not done yet? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that. That's the one where you have to keep switching between Banjo and Kazooie to press all the switches, right? Anyway, let's check the other stages for now, because we can backtrack now that we have some of those moves. So, from the beginning. Spiral Mountain's fine. Isle of Hags just needs Jinjos. That's all done. That's all done. That's all done. Okay, so the page and Jiggy number 9 we can now get. Jiggy number 10 we can't until Cloud Cuckoo Land. But that one's given to us automatically. So we can go there, get the page in the Jiggy. That's also dependent on Cloud Cuckoo Land. We can get one from there. So to Jolly Roger's Lagoon while we have a think. Which isn't very inconvenient for us because it's just opposite this stage. I'm sure the random 10th Jiggy will magically come to me soon. To be honest, it's probably one that I did and then just forgot to pick up again, like a moron. You know what, let's get the jiggy before the page. And then after that we can do another picture, like a Jiggy Wiggy puzzle, and then activate Honeyback. Redeem and activate Honeyback. Let's go and see Cheeto first. That one's fine. I have no idea what happens if you try to warp to Atlantis when you're Kazooie alone, because she can't go underwater. I'm sure there's a message for that. Let's see. Figured. Good to know. Now we just need to remember which building is the ancient swimming baths. And it's this one. Says I. Honeyback sounds like some sort of deal or guarantee for a shop. Honeyback or your money back, or something. I don't know. I know what I meant. So once we've got this, I could go to Grunty Industries briefly. I'm not sure if I can be bothered though, given that I'll have to go back a second time anyway. Either way, this level is now complete with the exception of the stuff with this level. Let me try that one again. This level is now complete with the exception of the Jiggy, which we don't collect inside this level. There we go. In other words, let's get out of here. There's that weird music bug again. Anyway, let's make a stop at Jiggy Wiggy's and then go to Cheeto. Wait, when I saved the alien family, did I actually go and pick up the Jiggy? Because I don't have any memory of doing that. Because if it's just lying there on the ground, that would be kind of embarrassing, because it would be the second time I've done that in one playthrough. Let's eventually have it placed in the position I intended to put it. It's not where I meant to place it. Get in. That's a great question, and one I don't have the answer to. I'm sure the manual went into some detail about them back in the day, but I don't think I have that anymore. And there's everything open. We could go and finish the game now if we wanted to, and just ignore the rest of the jiggies. Like I mentioned earlier, we might at least go and get the quiz out of the way like we did in Banjo-Kazooie, to keep up the pattern. Alright, let's give this a try for no reason. Just one go, much like you did. Wasted a lot of time there by having the thing be terrible. Six seconds left. Time to go see Cheeto. Again. Very jig-tastic. Almost as jig-tastic as the McJiggy's drive-thru, which everyone seems to be a fan of in this game. Here we are again. There's that really weird jump angle again. About 10 more minutes and then we'll be on the 2-hour mark for the stream. Thank you, goodbye. I love the Grunty's layer music, it's so good. Although this game has a shortened version to save on that cartridge space. I think I will double check in Hailfire Peaks that I actually collected the Jiggy from the aliens, because I'm kind of thinking that's the one I missed. If it's not that, I'll just have to have a look around later on when there's nothing else left to do. Why the hell did I go in here? Please pay some attention. This has probably contained the most fails out of any of the 2E streams so far. Can't even go the right way today. Alrighty. Thanks for the host, Miss Vix. Much appreciated. I was slightly distracted by my entering of the letters there. I'm pretty sure I got it right. From now on, we're pretty much never going to die again unless we fall into pits of doom. And thank you also, Miss Vix, for confirming that the host notifications even work. Something which has not been tested before. I'm curious if the uptime command is still working, to be honest. Someone feel free to try. Because yesterday he threw an exception message and it was hilarious. Which I intentionally programmed him to find out what the issue was. The number it's giving me is 2 minutes out from what OBS says, but close enough. So what was I going to do? Right, a quick visit to Hailfire Peaks. To make sure I wasn't an imbecile. If it's not there, I'll actually feel better about myself, despite the fact that that will mean I don't know where the last jiggy is off the top of my head. After this, a visit to Cauldron Keep is in order for the quiz. Or we could just do Cloud Cuckoo Land and screw the thing I said earlier about having some consistency between the two games. And sure enough, that is indeed what it was. I called it. Way to go, me. Except not really. How dare I miss that jiggy. This has never happened before as well. It's like as soon as I try streaming the game, I just forget to collect the jiggies. Which is something I'd be like, OMG, what on earth are you doing ignoring this jiggy, if I was like watching a Let's Play or something. It didn't take long to realise, and that was in fact my first assumption, so at least I kind of know myself or whatever. But yeah, that was a bit awkward. Cloud Cuckoo Land or the quiz? Screw it. We're doing the quiz for a change of pace. If I leave it much longer, I'll be too tired and I'll fail it. I think all of these various pads are essentially safe spots from the enemies. Either that or they're just afraid of them, because they always seem to just go away when you're standing on one. I think it expects you to sack pack here, but shack pack is fine too. In fact, you don't need either pack if you do the double jump exploit. Just like she doesn't need glide. Let's see if there's going to be a Jinjo in the final stage. Even more amusing if you come here dead last after you've 100%ed everything else and you know full well you have all the Jinjos. The only potion we haven't seen yet is green, I believe, so that's what it's going to be. He's certainly seen better days. At least he's learned how to aim his shots, kind of. Just kind of spin in circles. That's always fun. Cauldro has indeed had enough. I just muted the microphone while I had a coughing fit, so hopefully that worked properly because I was using the hardware button. He's gonna go and get a job at Sony, apparently. He's trying to copy me. There we go, let's do this. Show off how little we know about this game. We're gonna buzz in even if we haven't got a clue because it's more fun that way. Given how random the questions can be, especially in relation to the screen-related questions. So of course we start with one of those. This one's interesting because if you speed up her dialogue you can fit more questions in, which may be good or may be bad, depending on how good you do it. I'm probably gonna not talk very much. Otherwise I will fail miserably at this. That is the world that is witchy. What falls from the roof? Icicles. Some of these are astoundingly obvious, and that's what's awesome about it. Always enjoy getting questions about levels we haven't been to yet. This is going to be a random bullshit question. Yeah. I think it was yellow, it's going to be what colour was the hat? Yeah. We're way ahead, we can afford to have a little fun with this. That was a nice simple where is this? I guess the question's easier for them to write now too, since she doesn't have to rhyme. Yellow and green were both colours on the thing, I just don't know which order she wants to ask for. Oh, which colour is not used. Okay then. So it's red. I'm like, she's gonna ask which colour was in the outer ring or the inner ring, and it was like, no. Of course, those types of questions are interesting in that it's not necessarily about knowledge of the game, more just what you can remember about a screenshot. I think we're winning. My buzzer was very quiet then. Oh, some doubloons. Yes, we did. We did indeed do the multiplayer quiz a few times. That was entertaining. Oh god damn it. I meant to select the bottom one, but it didn't register the thing. But we're still way ahead. Gotta fit in as many questions as we can for maximum fun value. This is gonna be how many letters are on the freaking sign, isn't it? I figured it was. And you is gonna be how many letters are on the sign. A nice fair question. And she got it wrong anyway. That's kind of amusing. This time it's Blavelda losing first. This question is excellent. What colour are the normal blue eggs? I love it when the answer's in the question. In the best type of question. Online emulation is pretty tragic, I agree. It was weird how it was playing the random laugh from the Rocknut guy there, even though he's not in there. Buzzing in here is suicidal, but we're doing it anyway. Oh. Not as hard as I was expecting. It's gonna be like, what column was the letter A in or something? Which of these wasn't a problem? Too big. Wow, she actually buzzed in first. On a regular question. It looks like she's rubber banding now, she's buzzing in really early. Wunderbar, because that's gross. Buzzing in before the actual person who the question's about. Always fun. That is indeed the pawn shop. What does he rent out from his wave racer shop? I'm gonna go with wave races. It's a shame we haven't seen any questions about Perfect Dark or Donkey Kong yet. There's a couple of those. Quite rare. Whoops. Oh. Bricked up, I see. At least in round 3, there's none of the screen-based questions. It speeds things up a little bit. Lots of witchy word questions. Porn magazine. Dagger chop. Some of these answers are so good. I'm not sure I've ever even seen that question before. That's cool. We could just sit out for the rest of the game, but since none of them are... Since none of them are screen-based, we don't lose that much time, so we'll just keep answering and see how high we can go. That would be the EMP. Yeah, the answer is the most logical. All 3 of those answers given by Gingers for some reason. The Queen of Hearts. Nice. Almost made it to 50 points. Oh dear, indeed. Unskippable, but at least this can be sped up. Sure, it'll let me skip this in a few seconds. There we go. Alright, so let's activate the warp pad at the top, and then we're gonna make an exit while we finish off Cloud Cuckoo Land and the rest of the game. And by finish off Cloud Cuckoo Land, I mean start Cloud Cuckoo Land. I'm not sure if we'll get it done today. We have less than an hour if I'm going to stop at the 3-hour mark. That was a nice little detour, though. I did press peck, but it kind of lagged and didn't accept my input. Honest. Fighting the sisters would have been interesting, yeah. I guess the quiz is considered the so-called battle with the sisters. Battle of true intellectuals. There we go. One of the most interesting stages. A stage that contains all the junk that didn't fit anywhere else. Hey there, Mr. Fit. This music is so good, though. I am absolutely not looking forward to that challenge. I will try and brute force it a couple of times, but because I've never tried it on the emulator before, it might be a little problematic. If it accepts every input, though, then I'll be up for the challenge, I'm sure. There's the beans. Great. I missed. Let's get this Bringy Step Shoe challenge over and done with. Now we just need to learn the sack pack. And then we have all the moves. We also still need to establish which hut is the real Mumbo hut and which one is not. Alrighty. Now we just need to dabble in a little bit of Ice Cube murder, although in our defense, killing of this one is an accident. Yeah, I think the little pool does have a slight wave effect going on. I was just impatient. Now we'll have to remember to go back there when we get a chance. We need the B for the eyeballs. I'm trying to think if there's any reason not to just do the B stuff immediately since we can. All we have to do is shoot the eyeballs and do the B minigame at the top. I think that's all we need it for, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe we can just do that now and get that over with. Let's quickly go up here first. so pro. Straight through the honeycomb, as intended. Oh god, here we go. I will give it an honest effort for now, but I might just come back later. Maybe at the start of the next stream, if we end here. I'm gonna try and brute force it, but it's not the recommended approach. Oh boy. My hands are too sweaty for this. Okay, here we go. Crap, I slipped. Two-finger spam. Whew, well, there's the easy one done. Certainly Resident Furious thing that rhymes with fapping AS at the top. Wow, yeah, I just ruined that. Anyway, let's try the hard one now. Oh boy, my arm's already tired from the first one. Crap. Okay. I am absolutely destroying my fingers with this method, but I am just going to try the brute force technique. People will be proud of me if I finally have this on video. If you've never seen Big Dip's Banjo-Tooie LP, the part where he does this race is fantastic. Along with the part where he sings along to the Clinker's Cabin theme. Brute force the fuck out of this race. Go, 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 go. I have no idea how loud my controller is. I apologize. Oh shit. My finger's slipping. My finger's slipping. No! I'm gonna fail. If I lose this now, I can't try again. Need to readjust here. I think I'm going to lose at the last minute because my finger just slipped off and I lost like a second's worth of presses. That's really bad. Well, shit. Okay, we're going to do the stuff with the beat while we recover and then come back and try that again. Whew. I shouldn't be getting this much exercise from a live stream. IRB. Let's pop some eyeballs. Plan. Some interesting sound effects going on here. Okay, the other beanstalk is by the cheese wedge. That name, though. Okay. Now we just need to do the Zubba's Hive, and then we're done with the bee. I think I'm a bit too close to do this reliably. Or not. Right, which way's forward? Didn't mean to take off. Whatever. Oh, that wasn't even the right way. There we go. If we could actually have some Zubbas appear in front of us, that would be nice. I don't think I've seen any blue ones yet. This is the guy who wants us to shoot his friends because he's not very nice. Indeed. Oops. If you could please present me with a few more bees, that would be fantastic, because this is not very hard. Like, at all. Crap. Apparently we did just drop quite a few frames, you are correct. I was like 1 point short as well, because I somehow managed to fail. That's really bad. I don't have a choice, do I, man? I need the freaking Jiggy. Tons of bees around now, but only red ones. His friends will survive it, they're fine. Probably, maybe. Better. And there we go. No thank you. Okay, that's everything we need the bee for, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll try Canary Mary again now, and then if we fail again, we'll try again at the end of the level. Which probably means the start of the next stream, when we have some energy. Although, I would have won that time if my finger hadn't slipped off. Absolutely. No question. 100%. From now on, I guess I should just pause if that starts to happen. Because I alternate between spamming with my wrist and then spamming with my front 2 fingers and then doing the same 2 things but with the other hand, and then repeat. Nice. Let's try this shit again. This race is the reason why my colleague still hasn't given me my Banjo-Tooie cartridge back, because she's been trying to do this for like 3 years or something. She gets off to such a ridiculous start as well. Time for a hand switch. Oh boy. Crap, it's happening again. Switching hands again. Because it started to slip off. And that's probably going to be my undoing, because going fast does win, but as soon as you start slowing down, she rubber bands to all hell. So I may have just fucked it there. Here we go. Oh god, I can hear the wings. Oh hey, you're back. Hello. Mr. Vile also rubber bands to all hell, yes. I am now entirely too hot. I don't think she's as hard as people say she is, but maybe I'm just better than average at spamming the button incredibly fast. The 2-finger approach works very well if you can get the timing right. The problem is if you press it with both fingers at once accidentally, you lose out on a press. Okay. Now let's enter the central cabin, I suppose. Thanks, guys. I'm playing with a 360 controller. Alright. It's the final globe over the game. We should quickly go out here so we can finish up Pterodactyl Land for good. We are now at the 2.5 hour mark. Very glad you don't need to go down and collect that. I guess he uses his incredibly long neck to throw it up here with great force. And then we just kind of catch it. I'll probably just go until the 3-hour mark regardless of the totals at this point. How many do I have? Huh. I'll either stop at 10 PM, which is in 10 minutes, or at 3 hours of streaming, which is in 30 minutes. Whichever comes first. Well, that doesn't make any sense, we know which one comes first. I forgot to give the third option before saying that. I think I'm losing it right now, guys. I think I still need like 3 from Jinjo's, and the rest of them from this stage, plus a little bit of backtracking. Yeah, 3 from Jinjo's. Let's do a little bit of flying stuff. These are quite convenient. So first I want to go up high. This is what I wanted. Camera's not ideal here. You know, I saw that coming a mile away and I was like, I'm gonna use gold feathers so that this doesn't happen. But then he appeared from, like, nowhere. I guess we're doing something down here first. Although I must now remember I failed that and go back up later. That's not what we need. Okay, we've looked around now. No need to work our way over there, we're only going to shoot across. No, I should definitely plant both of those magic beans before we switch to Mumbo, so then we only have to cast the spell once. First, let's get our last move. Alright. In you go. That's not what I meant to do. Still weird having some of the C buttons on the face buttons and some of them on the right stick. But it's helpful to not have it screw up with their weird dead zone. With that we can now get every previous jiggy that we've been waiting on. Ow. Actually, let's switch just Kazooie a second. Alright. So now let's grab those notes. Fall and die. Now let's figure out which Mumbo foot is which, so we can fight the boss. This is the one with actual Mumbo. We don't want that. We can use this to plant some seeds, though. We still need to hatch that as well. Wait, which door is this? Is this a high one? I think we still need the notes from this one. Yes, we do. Oh yeah, and I still need to go up high again as well, because I got knocked off, didn't I? Of course. The surprise of encountering Mingy Jongo the first time was quite something for me. I don't remember finding it massively difficult, but that's probably because I already had honey back by that point. Although that's just a guess at this point. I can't really remember that far back. Alright, where's the other thing? There it is. Once this is planted, we can use Mumbo. Just the once. Excellent. We're not going to get over there without death. So we could go over there now. Get this out of the way. Then we'll hatch the other Floatius, and then we'll finish off the triathlon thing. This guy just ignores you completely if you enter here as the other Mumbo, or the bee, or either of the characters by themselves. You hear that honey back there? That's because you actually do take damage from that attack during the cutscene, so if you enter this place with 1 health, you do die during the cutscene. Not really making a massive effort to dodge this stuff. That's what Honeyback will do. Or just trying to hit him early rather than waiting for him to try and fix his thing. That's probably not going to happen anymore. That one just homed straight in. I guess we'll do it probably for the last 2 hits. This may be where I learned Futile from as well, actually. Now that you mention it. That's every boss in the game done now, except for the final one, of course. Let's try that thing up here again. Wrong side. What eggs do we need? Nothing really. I could have just fired an egg at it from afar, but hey, I'm lazy. This level has plenty of feathers. Apparently I'm still missing 2 note nests. But we know they're all inside. I don't think we got the notes from over there, actually. The second tool. Which means then we're just missing 1 exit. Now, everything's in place for the seeds, so we could just use Mumbo. Just double check up here. I'm sure I grabbed these notes though. And in fact, this is where we'd be coming with Mumbo anyway, so that doesn't really do any good for us. So many exits. A ridiculous amount of exits, in fact. I'm gonna go... Wait, is that one up there? It might be that one up there that I don't have the notes from. But that's fine for now. I think this is where we want to be. Wow, that whistling though. As if Mumbo doesn't know it's a Minjo, he's just too lazy to go down and, like, set a trap or something. Call the pest control. Apparently the Twitch API timer is still 2 minutes ahead of OBS's, but again, it's close enough. I'm just happy I managed to fix the bug after logging the error yesterday. Thank you for testing again. I know, right? No respect. Is Mumbo gonna get knocked off here and die horribly? Or is the Zubba just gonna get stuck on the floor? To be honest, killing myself here would actually be a convenience now, since it would teleport me back to the skull. But I'm not gonna die intentionally. Mumbo's uses are now at their end for the entire game, so that's good. Almost. Nearly. There we go. One last time for good measure. Grant Kirko, best voice actor confirmed. Right, now there's loads of shit to do, so I need to decide. Since there's a flight pad here, we'll start with that. I want to go to the pot of gold and check just inside this doorway here, because I think it might be the last 5 notes I need. Oh crap, that wasn't as far forward as I thought. Well, in attempting to save time, I certainly wasted some. Goodbye. That was rather sad. So swiftly getting back to where we were. I may have taken the long way. Great, that's not the door I thought, but that's fine. We can still do the pot of gold. This is how it's supposed to be done without cheating with Clyde. All you really have to do is wait for Mumbo to have already cast his thing, that's it. Rather simple. Yet another Minjo of a colour of a family that's complete. This is doable without first person aim if Banjo is with you, as he's intended to be. Because Kazooie is lower to the ground otherwise. I do fancy a go, yes please. Just gonna spin to win for a bit. Hope my sensitivity and controller configuration actually allows me to get the top and bottom ones. It's a little bit awkward, I seem to be missing a lot on the bottom. Well, I missed 3, but I had 7 more than required, so... I concede. I cannot hit all 100. Get lost then. Okay, fine. Thank you kindly. I tried. My very best. It's the last of the empty honeycombs. Now we need to finish the events with Mr. Fit. Go to the Jelly Castle, the Cheese Wedge, and the Trash Can. So... this way? Grab a few feathers. In fact, maybe this door here is the one I wanted to come through for the final few notes. Indeed, I think I did mention that earlier as well, or maybe it was in the previous stream when Arian played the game. I think someone else in his chat mentioned it too, actually. Seems to be a common thought. And it definitely does seem that way. It is just complete crap all over the place. There's the last notes, hooray. Alright, so that's the floaty thing. Hatched. Now the sack race is outside the red hut, question mark. So let's go there. Oh wait, there's a third egg. Apparently I'm just a moron. Okay. Does that one even go to? Oh, that's the friggin' cheese. Don't really care about that. Must have been the blue though. I knew it was one or the other. I'll have to remember that. Where even am I now? I hate this place. The central cavern is possibly the most confusing room in the game for me. Maybe. Getting destroyed right now. Right. Get up the vine. This isn't where I want it to be. Oh well, I guess I'll do it now anyway. As long as this thing doesn't wreck me. In that case, I suppose I'll finish all the banjo-only stuff now. Although there's at least one thing that can't be done yet. And I also have no idea how to reach the Jelly Castle, but we'll figure that out. This might take a few goes. We need a few of these. This room's really weird because the frame rate's so high compared to the rest of the game. It's actually a little bit off-putting controls-wise. It's not high now, but it is when there isn't all of the smoky, cheesy smell on the screen. There we go, now it's high. Time for a double jig. I'm actually quite surprised I did that first go. That little platforming section can be really finicky. It's kind of unfortunate that this game only has 90 jiggies instead of 100. It would have been nice and round and consistent. But hey. They are way, way more challenging to actually acquire than in the first game. We're at 2 hours 59 right now, so maybe I'll just finish this level and then... But then again, I guess if I'm going to do that, I might as well just finish the game anyway, because the final boss on its own doesn't take that long. We'll see how it goes. If I start failing, then yeah, maybe. Because there is still the final roundup to do as well, after all. Okay. Now we need to switch to Kazooie briefly to hatch the final egg. That was incredible. Alright. This way. There we go. This is what I wanted to do originally, but then I realised I'd forgotten to hatch the friggin' egg. And before we switch back to Banjo, we're also going to use Kazooie to scout out the way to the Jelly Castle. Save us some time. Fine, go to the Jelly Castle and work our way backwards. First question is, of course, where the hell is the Jelly Castle? It's down at the bottom, over there. So let's get a fly pad. It's down this way. There it is. So to reach that is going to be... Is it the one just here? Is the one here? No, there is not. I thought that was it. Let's see where it shoots us back to, even though I don't think that's the same place at all. Yeah, I know it's not difficult to find, it's just a case of... well, difficult to reach, it's just a case of finding which one it is. Oh crap, I bounced a lot further forward than I'd intended there. The jiggy in there is just a little too high for a clockwork Kazooie jump to reach, so you can't cheese it. Oh, it shoots me back here, okay. So it's that one up there then. Yeah, that's gotta be it. I'm gonna unstick myself from this chimney. And then I'm gonna go in here. I'm pretty sure this is the one though. Yep, that's the one. So I could have done that when I was on my way to the cheese. Well, now that we've confirmed that, we should probably do that now, before we forget. Though Kazooie does still need to do the cheese wedge. Not the cheese wedge, the trash can. They're the same thing, they stink. Okay, so blue door first. All the fall damage. Or the pretend fall damage. That particular cheese wedge doesn't seem to smell very nice. However, I am a rather large fan of cheese. That is an excellent cheese. This place looks delicious. Now across to the opposite side to do the sack race. Ow. I just hit my arm on the piano, that was fun. Almost hit my funny bone, but not quite, fortunately. Otherwise my reaction may have been slightly more extreme. It's a digital piano, not a piano. I play it occasionally, but not very much. Usually just for playing Happy Birthday for people, because that's about the extent of my skill these days. Why did I switch to, Kazooie? As soon as I start reading chat, my attention just goes straight out the window. You are one of those people, yes. You are the primary person. It might have done, yes. Right, I came from the blue one, I want to go to the red one. But yeah, I bought it a few years ago in my previous flat, but there was not really any space to use it properly because I wanted to be able to like use the computer at the same time. And that never really worked out. And then I just kind of stopped playing it. I still use it very occasionally, but it is very occasionally. Here's that sack race we were looking for like an hour ago. At the moment, yesterday's stream was still longer, so we've got like 25 minutes or half an hour before this becomes the longest stream. Go ahead. That wasn't too bad. Now's probably a good time to switch to Kazooie so we can do the trash can and also that sprint race. Was there one more thing I was meant to do as Banjo? I think it was just the Jelly Castle, which I discovered accidentally halfway through, so I think we're good for now. Let's just move on and see what we end up with. Apart from a broken body from hitting the ground. That's such a large fall. That is not the best way up there. I need to go all the way around. Because Banjo's jumps aren't very good. I don't even know if he can get up here. Wow. You disappoint me, Banjo. This particular little central cabin's so confusing, I don't even know if that's the quickest way up here. Right, where are we? Let's go and do the sprint race first. Kazooie can jump. I don't care that she's a bird. Absolutely. That was easy. Right, there's a flying pad over there, let's go and use that. Crap. Trash can, there we go. This will also get us the final digit for the safe. I will do my very best to finish within a reasonable time frame. So far it's actually gone fairly well overall. Okie dokie, I'll probably just finish up. It is Saturday and such after all. Remind me to actually go and collect that thing. Considering I still need to get the last Cheeto cheat and go and activate it and such, you probably won't miss it. I wouldn't worry. You're a Minjo. Where's the actual one? Is it you? I have not. I did read up on it. And decided I couldn't be bothered in the end. Because of how apparently it screws with the cutscenes and such. I probably don't even need to stand on this to get the Clockwork Kazooie to reach. I don't know why I'm trying. Right, game time. Have you tried the code? I'm guessing you haven't, like, played it or anything recently. Don't tell me, just let me play. Yes. I think this minigame is better in multiplayer mode when the camera is fixed and you can actually see where they're all spawning. More spin to win, but a different kind of spin. Camera getting stuck in the empty tin. Let's start missing all the gems while we're only 1 point short. Basically, the cutscenes play too fast and it breaks stuff, or something like that. I haven't actually tried it or seen it, but you need to, like, do something during cutscenes or something, or during the Jiggy Wiggy pictures. No, I do not want to play that again. No, I think... Oh, right, I still need to collect the thing out the safe I opened. Let's go and do that, and then check the totals, because after that I'm not sure what else to do. This'll do. Where's the safe? There's the safe. Okay, let's go and reunite and then see where that leaves us. These things are annoying. Let's see. This place is finished. I need to go to Hailfire Peaks to drain the water. And then there's 2 from Grunty Industries. So let's go and do those. wasn't so bad. I think Hailfire Peaks took longer, but I'll check all the times towards the end out of interest. Okay, we're very, very close now. It does help if you split up when you intend to. No, it doesn't. There's always an excuse to have to come back here. You don't even need to shack back here, you can just kind of dive onto the switch now that the temperature's acceptable. It's just force of habit. This is another one where we just get the jiggy handed to us, which is very nice of it. And now it's back to the industries again. Away we go. Obviously those totals also mean that we have every ginger now, so that's cool. Just 2 basement jiggies to get. Yeah, my Minjo collecting's been pretty subpar. I think I've only got 0 so far. Wait, there aren't even splitter pads in here, are there? I thought there were. In fact, no, there are splitter pads in here, I'm sure of it. I certainly hope I'm right about this. They're over here, are they not? No, thank you. There's that one done. I believe this is just a shortcut back. Now we just need to go and get the one in the other side. Probably should have reunited first, it would have been quicker to get through. But we can do it as Banjo. Just missing out on some talent rock goodness. just went all the way around because it's literally on the other side of the little fence to where the last room was. That's every Jiggy. Great success. Once we've reunited, I will double check that I have all of the remaining empty honeycombs and Cheeto pages, and then we'll go and redeem those, and then we're good. Everything is done. Except for the boss, obviously. Let's go get Kazooie out. Alright, let's check the objects and items. They're the numbers we like to see, that's everything. Let's go redeem those. Egg numbers are adequate. And feathers are irrelevant at this point. Time for honeycomb number 10 of 10. She's now finished, completed, done. So one more visit to Cheeto, one more visit to the temple. What did you just do? Was there a spider? Are you okay? The camera is automatically changing because the stick's dead zone is really strange. And by strange, I mean too small. What are we talking about? Sorry, I may have been somewhat distracted. The most pointless cheat, but certainly the most fun one once you finish with the game. The sound test is so good in this game. That nostalgic Gruntilda's Lair theme. Time for the final trip to the code chamber. I nearly tripped over my words there. Almost went into Jiggy temple accidentally. I've already done that once today. Doing it twice wouldn't be cool. We'll be fighting Gruntilda in a matter of minutes. I was about to start entering Gruntilda. That shows how good my brain is right now. Technically, I still need to get the Get Jiggy cheat. For completion's sake, but screw that. We're not enabling homing eggs. First of all, because it throws off our aim when we're not trying to hit enemies. And second, when we are trying to hit enemies, it's cheating. So is everything else. But everything else is legit. Not that homing isn't, but it's not a Cheeto cheat, so therefore it is exempt. Says I. Anyway, I'm going to quickly go through the total screens, and then as soon as we've done that, and confirmed that we are indeed complete with everything, we're good to go. Let's do that now. That is indeed everything. Let's quickly check how long we spent in each level for no real reason. Just to compare them, I guess. Isle Hag's 50 minutes. 40 minutes? That's not bad considering we've gone back there like 5 times to enter cheats. 36. 51. 47. Well, 48, I guess. 1 hour. 117. 101. 58. So Grunty Industries did indeed take the longest. Those times are a lot shorter than in all previous attempts. I guess this is going to be my fastest ever completion of the game. Unless something goes horribly wrong with Gruntilda. I will take a very quick bathroom break before we begin though. Welcome back, just in time. Right, I have enough eggs to get this done, so I'm not going to bother going into Dingpot, I'll just warp up. Okay, it's time, so give me 1 minute, I will be RB. Alrighty then. Time to finish up. Must admit, I'm slightly concerned about this fight simply because of how the sticks like to automatically move around, and my aiming is going to be questionable at best, given my previous experiences in, like, Clinker's Cavern and such. So... yeah, you're gonna have to bear with me with my terrible aiming. Hopefully we'll get the hang of it sooner rather than later. I'll probably stick to fire and ice eggs rather than grenades, just because the fire rate helped me to adjust my aim better. With the good old GB license plate. Let's do it. And fail horribly at the aiming. Honestly, I'm not looking forward to the aiming at all. Good final battle theme, though. Pressed the wrong button when I was meant to be strafing. The problem is when I aim upwards, it kind of continues aiming up the rest of the way unless I keep my thumb on the stick, so I can't strafe, because strafing's not on the stick. Because that would be too confusing compared to the regular 2-stick shooter setups. We'll get the hang of it, though. We can just tank the hits anyway, and then just dodge for a bit for honey back, if worst comes to worst. If someone wants to work out if I could win without honey back, just keep count of the number of hits. So far, so good. This one's not that bad. It's a good job I still have the case, not that I've looked through it in like a million years, but I remember the answer to that one. Like, are you a dirty pirate? If so, you're not getting the answer for this one, right? For... That wasn't even that hard of a question, but like... yeah, it's not one familiar to me. Again, I'm just kind of tanking these now. Because screw it. Feeling the power of that B10 beast. Is she gonna do a top gear review of the Hag one? Switch to I6 for no real reason. This thing's engine is loud. I really want to fight her back into a corner. Green. Would be pretty bad if I got that one wrong. Should know this after all those playthroughs. Let's destroy those big up as a TMs. That is also the brand of battery used in Grunty Industries. Getting a little bit wrecked here. There's plenty of spare health around, which I could have collected if I needed it though. Nice and easy one. Aim is improving, I guess. I was about to say before I got hit twice. Mustn't get hit by the enemies here because that wastes an entire cycle. That wouldn't do for time. Bring it. Let's go around the other side where we have some space. She didn't get to use her fast attack even once. Not that it mattered because I took plenty of damage as it is. There goes that random enemy again. Just gotta shoot her there while she has the spell in her hand. That is a delicious flavour of gas. Anyway, that's GG. Skipping everything. Oh, yeah, it did in fact let me skip everything at once, that's cool. If anyone really wants to see it, I can play it from the replay menu, but we're skipping in the interest of seeing what our final game time is. It is 8 hours 38, so this game took me essentially twice as long as Banjo-Kazooie, and then an extra half an hour on top of that. That was very entertaining. And thanks everyone for watching and stuff. Let's see. There's a really cool bug on this menu where when you're scrolling all the way up and down, the character who's highlighted at either the top or bottom, depending on which way you're scrolling, their picture randomly appears at the opposite end as you scroll. So if I go to the top and scroll down, once the menu starts moving, the person at the bottom, their face will appear at the top left for a second. Like so. Pointless details, but I live to point out the pointless details in these playthroughs. Thank you very much for the kind words, everyone. The videos will probably go up on YouTube within a couple of days, like they did with Banjo-Kazooie, in case anyone ever wants to catch up, or watch them in like 20 years' time for no reason. I don't know. So... we definitely could, though, considering she's never played the game before. She'd probably complain. Yeah. It's definitely something worth considering at some point, because essentially whenever we do co-op streams, we do them on her channel. I guess partly because she has more followers than me, and partly because all of the videos go onto my YouTube channel because she doesn't have one. So far we've played Streets of Rage Remake, the first two paths, co-op. There's no reason, excuse me, why we couldn't just do some Banjo-Tooie minigames on top of that. It's like a side thing at the end. We just need to get the emulator and such set up on her machine. The quiz would be hilarious though, for sure. Here's a file I did, like, earlier. And by earlier, I mean when I first got this emulator and tried out the ROM, like, several years ago. This file's gotta be several years old at this point. It was a lot worse game time-wise than my current one, so I'm very happy that the live one went so well. Yeah, the dodgems are fine, the shootouts are more or less fine, because I'm not even good at those anyway, especially with this control setup. In fact, the only one that you'd really struggle with is the quiz, in terms of not having a clue what's going on, but the rest, it's just a matter of practice.
I'll be at the quiz.
I think we have a small-ish backlog at the moment, but we'd definitely be open to suggestions. You would have to follow her channel, though, as well. Or just watch on YouTube at some point. Maybe we could also do something that's kind of the opposite of what's been happening recently as well, where Arian plays something that he knows inside out, which I've never played before, and then I get completely destroyed at it. That would be entertaining. Huh. Let's see. I swear this time is going slightly more out of sync with OBS as it goes on. But it's working. It's cool. I've already forgotten most of the rest of my bot's commands at this point. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen, is it? Is there anything else to do here that I haven't actually done yet? I did Jiggy Wiggy's Super Special Challenge. I would play Mean Bean Machine. Can't really imagine myself streaming that game, but I'm sure Lillian would be up for it. I've heard many things about it. Paper Mario is a possibility. Let's have a quick look at some stuff here. I am reminded that I still have Kaizo Mario 64 in progress. I should probably finish that at some point. Although it was more of a once only than a, hey, let's actually try and complete Kaizo, because I've already done it once in my life, and that's more than anyone should ever do. I don't really have anything else interesting here at the moment. I've already done Perfect Dark, although that was only on Special Agent. Lillian's probably going to do it on Perfect after she's done GoldenEye. So then she's done both. That was with the 1964 emulator, the mouse and keyboard one, which was specially made just for those two games. It's pretty cool. So before this goes on for like ever, where I'm just kind of sitting here showing a bee getting attacked by another bee unnecessarily, I guess we're going to call it a day there at 3 hours 50. Thanks everyone again for watching. And I will see you next time we go live with whatever that may be. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and take care. Thanks for stopping by.